A weekend of charity in Winston-Salem, thanks to a rising NBA star, raising thousands of dollars for the local community. On Friday night, there was a bowling tournament sponsored by Chris Paul, the star point guard for the New Orleans Hornets. His charity raised more than $325,000 in the past 3 years for Winston-Salem.
But bowling wasn't the highlight of this weekend. Our chief correspondent Randy Gyllenhaal took to the court with Chris and his charity, and they found out why kids in Wake are so infatuated with this local celebrity.
Inside the Boys and Girls Club of Winston-Salem, a pickup game on the court. It's a homecoming for the area's biggest success story. Local kids playing with another local kid, the NBA's Chris Paul.
I still always live here, so no matter where I've traveled and different things like that, I always come back home.
It's Chris's fourth time home for his Winston-Salem weekend. 4 days of charity to raise money and give back to a community that turned him into a star.
It lets our kids know, hey, it can be done.
Basketball coach Stefan Key remembers when Chris tore up the courts here in high school.
It makes kids go to the gym and say, you know, I want to be what Chris is like when I grew up.
He was just a kid like me, and he made it big, so I should dream big too. Maybe it'll come true.
Probably the coolest part of this whole charity weekend are these little boxes. They're filled with Wheaties, shampoo, Kleenex. They're called hero boxes, shipped to troops overseas. It's just another way Chris Paul and his organization are trying to give back.
Hero Box exists to find the soldiers with no support.
Captain John Baresha served 2 tours in Iraq. He knows that a care package isn't just a box full of goods.
If they stop for a second and say, nobody cares about me, no one sent me any mail, then that's one thing that gets in their head that might get them hurt.
It's a box full of home.
Thank you for being so great to our country. It takes a lot of guts to be in the military.
Chris Paul is the NBA's leader in assists. And this weekend, he proved that those assists can translate off the court, too. In Winston-Salem, Randy Gyllenhaal, Phoenix 14 News Tonight.